You know that feeling when you're lying in bed at AM and your brain decides to replay every embarrassing moment from your past? Yeah, imagine that, but your entire life. That's where she was, 40 years old, standing in front of a bathroom mirror in a penthouse that cost more than her parents made in their lifetime, wondering why success tasted so damn bitter. The wine helped. Sometimes. Tonight it didn't. She'd been clearing out the storage unit, the one she'd been paying for but never visited in 15 years. Her assistant kept nagging about it. Among the boxes of old tax returns and forgotten furniture, there it was, a showbox, not even a fancy one, just a regular Adidas showbox from 2002, held together with rubber bands that had gone brittle with age inside. The kind of stuff that makes you cringe and smile at the same time. A Nokia 3310 that probably still worked. Friendship bracelets she'd thrown away in a fit of teenage angst. A Backstreet Boys CD she'd never admit she owned. Movie ticket stubs. And a photograph faded, corners bent, but still clear enough. 5 kids at a school gate, arms around each other, laughing at something that probably wasn't even funny. She didn't recognize that girl in the photo, the one with the bright eyes and genuine smile. When did she lose that? Was it freshman year of college when she dumped her high school sweetheart over text because long distance seemed impractical? Was it when she chose the corporate job over teaching because the money was better? Or maybe it was when her mother called from the hospital and she said she'd come next week, and a weekend that never came because mom didn't make it to next weekend. The box also had a diary, pink, glittery, with a broken lock she'd forced open years ago. She flipped through it, and honest to God, she couldn't stop laughing and crying at the same time. The entries were so innocent. Today he smiled at me during lunch. I think he likes me too. Dad's working double shifts again. I wish I could help. Best friend is mad at me. I don't even remember why we fought. She fell asleep on the couch, clutching that stupid diary like it was a lifeboat. When she woke up, something was wrong. The ceiling was wrong. The walls were wrong. There was a poster of some boy band she used to pretend she hated. Her bed was tiny. Her room smelled like cheap body spray and teenage dreams. And when she looked down, her hands were smooth. No wrinkles, no expensive manicure, just chipped nail polish and a friendship ring she'd forgotten existed. The panic was real. Like full-blown, can't breathe panic. She ran to the mirror and nearly fainted. 17. She was 17 again, acne on her chin. Braces she'd begged to get removed early, hair in a messy ponytail because she woke up late, school uniform hanging on the door with a ketchup stain from last week. Her phone rang, not her iPhone, but that indestructible Nokia, and her mommy's voice came through asking if she wanted pancakes for breakfast. Her mom, who'd been gone for 8 years. The sob that came out of her was ugly and real, and she didn't care. The first few days were weird as hell. She kept forgetting she was 17 and would reference things that hadn't happened yet. Her friends thought she'd hit her head or something, but slowly, carefully, she started paying attention, really paying attention. The boy she'd eventually dump. He was right there, offering to carry her books, making terrible jokes, being genuinely kind. She saw it now, how rare that was. Her best friend who she'd ghosted after graduation. She was sitting next to her in class, doodling in her notebook, occasionally sliding funny drawings her way. Her dad, who she barely spoke to in her previous life. He was tired, yeah, working himself to the bone, but he still asked about her day every single night at dinner. Then came the test. She remembered this day like a scar. Her best friend was supposed to borrow her brother E's motorcycle to chase after her following some stupid argument about a guy who wasn't worth either of their time. In the original timeline, there was an accident. Her friend survived but was never quite the same. Their friendship died that day. This time, she didn't let the argument happen. She swallowed her pride, apologized first, and they ended up getting ice cream instead. No motorcycle, no accident, no tragedy. Just two girls laughing over chocolate sundaes, and she couldn't remember the last time something felt so right. But here's the thing about changing the past, it's messy. Every little change created ripples. She was nicer to the weird kid in class, and suddenly he wasn't eating lunch alone anymore. She actually studied for tests instead of cramming, and teachers started paying attention. She joined her dad at his shop on weekends, and their relationship deepened in ways she never knew she needed. And the boy, God, the boy, she saw him differently now, not as the small town guy who'd hold her back from her big city dreams, but as the person who knew her better than anyone, who made her laugh until her stomach hurt, who walked her home every day even though it was 20 minutes out of his way. The crossroads came in March, college acceptance letters. In her previous life, she'd chosen the prestigious university 300 miles away without a second thought. That decision had led to everything: the career, the money, the loneliness, the regret. This time, she stared at both letters: the big name school with the full scholarship, and the local university with a decent program. Close to home, close to everyone she loved. She thought about her mom, who in the other timeline died believing her daughter was too busy for her; her dad, who worked himself to death alone; her best friend, who she'd abandoned; the boy, whose heart she'd broken casually, like it meant nothing. What's success worth if you're successful and miserable? What's the point of winning if you lose everyone you love along the way? She chose the local school, and the moment she mailed that acceptance letter, something inside her settled, like a bone clicking back into place after being dislocated for years. Prom came. In her previous timeline, she'd gone with the popular guy to make people jealous. This time, she asked the boy with the kind smile and terrible jokes. They danced to cheesy pop songs, took awkward photos, and ate too much cake. It was perfect in its imperfection. Graduation day, she stood with her family and friends, diploma in hand, and realized something. She didn't know if this was real or a dream or some cosmic second chance. Maybe tomorrow she'd wake up back in that empty penthouse. Maybe this was all temporary. But right now, in this moment, surrounded by people who loved her and whom she loved back, she was happy. Actually, genuinely happy. And if she did wake up back in 2025, at least she'd know the truth: that she'd had everything that mattered once, and she'd been too blind to see it. Sometimes life doesn't give you what you want. Sometimes it gives you what you need. And sometimes, if you're incredibly lucky, it gives you a second chance to realize they were the same thing all along.